In this video, I'll show you how to install and use Lokinet client for Windows 11, connect to exit nodes, VPN mode, and .loki sites. After we have installed Lokinet on our Windows PC, we'll then need to bootstrap ourselves into the Lokinet network using the Lokinet seed node. The Lokinet seed node we're going to be using is lokinet.signed for the Lokinet mainnet. Lokinet.signed will then be renamed to bootstrap.signed, and it will replace the current bootstrap.signed file. The directory is stated by Jaegerman in the Lokinet GitHub repository in one of the issues that are currently open. So I'm just going to scroll down in this issue just to get to Jaegerman's comment, where you can see the directory that we're going to have to replace the bootstrap.signed file with our downloaded lokinet.signed file that we renamed to bootstrap.signed. As Jaegerman explains here, the Windows build uses an expired seed node list that needs updating, and that's how we're going to do it. Once all of that is done, we'll then open up our Lokinet client and connect to the Lokinet network and test if everything is working correctly by navigating to the following .loki site to test if we can actually reach .loki sites. As you can see, currently I can't reach the current .loki site as we currently don't have the Windows Lokinet client installed. Once we have clarified that we are on the Lokinet network and everything is working correctly for .loki sites, we will then check to see if the Windows Lokinet client is able to connect to exit nodes in the VPN mode. I'll be demonstrating connecting to one of my exit nodes called websplaining.loki. Okay, let's begin. So first, open up your browser and navigate to lokinet.org. Once you're here, I strongly advise changing from light mode to dark mode, as it's just better for the eyes. Once you've done that, click on Download Lokinet. You'll now be given 4 options for the Lokinet client download. First is Windows, then Mac, Linux, and the GitHub repository. I'm on Windows, however, I'm not going to download the Windows client through this button link. I'm actually going to click on the GitHub repository. That is because the download link on lokinet.org for Windows is actually outdated. So once you've done that, you'll be on the github.com/oxen-io/lokinet GitHub repository. Once you're here, to the right hand side, scroll down until you see where it says releases. As you can see, at the time of recording of this video, we've got plus 40 releases. Click on releases either here or here. I'm just going to click on releases here. And at the very top, you'll see the latest release of Lokinet client, and that's currently Lokinet 0.9.14. This is good for Linux. However, we're using Windows, so we need a .exe file. Unfortunately, Windows updates for the client are way behind Linux. We're actually going to need to go down to Lokinet version 0.9.11. However, we're not going to download that version. We're actually going to go to 0.9.10. So I'm going to scroll down until I see that version. So here we are. We're at Lokinet 0.9.10. And you might be wondering why we're going to download this version instead of 0.9.11. And that is because this version of Lokinet 0.9.10 connecting via exit nodes actually works. So when you get to this version, just scroll down until you get to the download section. So it should be just underneath here. You can see assets right here. Click on assets. And then at the very top, you should see Lokinet-0.9.10-win64.exe. Click on this to begin the download process. If you're on Google Chrome like myself, Windows will automatically start the download, and I'll be back with you once the download has completed. Okay, I'm back. The Lokinet client has now downloaded. To install it, I'm going to click on my downloads icon at the top right hand corner of my browser, and then I'm going to click on the .exe file to commence the installation. So agree to the user account control, which asks you, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? You have the option to click on no or yes. If you want to install Lokinet client, you're going to have to click on yes. You'll then be greeted with the Lokinet setup wizard. Click next. If you agree to the license agreement, click on I agree. Leave the destination folder as default and click next. Here you can select your start menu folder. I'm going to leave it as Lokinet and I'm going to click on next. Choose components to install. The Lokinet GUI is checkmarked. I'm going to leave that as it is. Everything else is uncheckmarked and Lokinet is checkmarked, and we can't actually uncheckmark it. So leave everything as it is and click install. Lokinet will then begin installing on your Windows PC. I'll be back with you once the installation has completed. Alright, I'm back. Lokinet has now been installed, and I'm going to click on finish to close the setup wizard. Before we open the Lokinet client, the next thing we need to do is download the Lokinet seed node. So I'm going to go to my other tab here, and you're going to navigate to seed.lokinet.org. So on this site, you've got 2 seed nodes. The first seed node is the mainnet, and it's called lokinet.signed, and the other seed node is the Oxen testnet seed node. We're not going to download this one as we want to be on the Lokinet mainnet. So the first option here is the Lokinet mainnet option, lokinet.signed. Click on it. Lokinet.signed will then be downloaded. Click on your downloads folder to see recent download history. Then click on the folder icon next to Lokinet.signed to show in folder. What we're going to need to do now is rename this to Bootstrap. So I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to click on the rename icon, and then I'm going to delete Lokinet and I'm going to call it Boot Bootstrap. Once you've changed the name to Bootstrap, hit enter on your keyboard. Next, we're going to need to place this signed file into the appropriate location in our Lokinet files. So I'm going to open my browser, and I'm going to go to my other tab here on the Lokinet GitHub repository in the issues section, issue 2280. You won't need to go to this issue, as I'll put the location for you in the video description down below. So it's this location here, c:/ProgramData/Lokinet/bootstrap.signed. So I'm going to copy everything from the C by left clicking and highlighting all the way to signed, right click on it and click on copy. Once you've copied this location, click on the search box down below and then right click and paste in the location link. Once you've done that, look to the right hand side and then click on open file location. You'll then see two files in this directory. One is called bootstrap.signed and the other one is called Lokinet. Right click on the bootstrap.signed file and delete it. Now what I'm going to do is go back to my downloads folder, which contains the .signed file that we downloaded. So I still have it open here in the file explorer, and then I'm just going to restore down this downloads folder and I'm going to click on the bootstrap.signed. I'm going to hold and I'm going to let go and drop it in. And now I have moved it into this Lokinet folder. Once you've done that, you can close out of this folder, and we can also close out of our downloads and minimize our browser for the time being. Now we're on our desktop. Now you can see no shortcut for Lokinet client has been created automatically. So let's create one real quick. Click on the Windows Start icon, click on all, and then look for the Lokinet program. So I'm going to go down to L, and there we go. Here's Lokinet. So I'm going to left click on it and hold, drag it onto my desktop and let go. And there we go. A shortcut has now been created. You can then organize your shortcut and move it to a desired location. Now let's open up our Lokinet client by double clicking on it. And then you'll be greeted with a user account control, which asks you, do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes to your device? You have the option to click on no or yes. I'm going to click on yes, as I want to open up the Lokinet client. There we go. There's the Lokinet client GUI, and it will begin connecting us to the Lokinet network. And there we go. We're automatically connected to the Lokinet network. So you can see down below, it's starting the connection process. Total count is 16. We'll need to give it some time for it to form active paths and connections so that we can see some upload and download speeds. We've also got the chart where currently there's no data. However, if we give it some time, data will start going through our client. You'll just need to give it a couple of minutes. Currently, we're at 50 seconds of uptime. Let's just change it to dark mode by clicking on the moon symbol here. While we wait, you can see we have VPN mode on our Lokinet client. The current default exit node is exit.loki. It probably doesn't work, but that's fine. I'm not going to use that in this video demonstration. I'm going to be using my own exit node that I created. If we hover over connect, you can see we are unable to connect to this exit node as we still don't have any data being transferred through our Lokinet client. Once Lokinet gets the first data through it, the connect option will be available to us. And there we go. Underneath routers, we got a lot more connections and active paths. And for speeds, we got some data going through. If we click on charts, you can see there's data spikes everywhere. I'm going to go back to main. For the Windows GUI, when you're connected to Lokinet, you'll see a blue hue. If I click on the power button here, it will disconnect me from the Lokinet network. If I click on the power button again, we will see the blue hue again for the power button. And you can see our uptime here as well, which means we're connected. You can also see our version of our Lokinet client also. So let's see if we're actually connected to the Lokinet network by actually going to a Lokinet site. So I'm going to open back up my browser and I'm going to go to my other tab here, which has a .loki URL address. I'll put this URL address or another URL address in the video description below that has a working .loki site for the Lokinet network, just so you can test if your Lokinet client is working correctly. So all I need to do now is press enter on my keyboard and we should get connected to this .loki site. So if you're using the Google Chrome browser like myself, you'll be greeted with the following privacy error message, which says your connection is not private. This is because .loki has its own encryption and doesn't use HTTPS. And that's fine. I'm just going to click on advanced and I'm going to proceed connecting to the .loki site. And there we go. I'm now connected to a .loki site called private.bin. And it's basically an encrypted online paste bin. So great. The Lokinet network is working and we are connected. Now what I'm going to do is test VPN mode on Lokinet with one of my exit nodes that I know works. So I'm going to open back up my Lokinet client and underneath VPN mode in the exit node section, I'm going to click on the text box and I'm going to delete what's currently in there. Now I'm going to type in my own .lokinet exit node URL address, which in my case is going to be websplaining.loki. Now this is my own personal Lokinet exit node that I set up myself. If you would like to know how to set up exit nodes for Lokinet, then I'll put a link in the video description to one of my videos which will take you through the process of setting up an exit node on Lokinet. Once you've put in your exit node, all that's left to do is to click on connect. So we're going to go from connecting to the Lokinet network to connecting to Lokinet's VPN mode exit node, and that's my personal one. When you've successfully connected to your exit node, you'll see a green hue around the power button for Lokinet and it will say connected in VPN mode. mode. If I click on main, you can see there's data going through it, and the exit node will then connect to my long stringed exit node URL address, which I've attached to websplaining.loki. So once you've got an exit node created, you can attach a shorter .loki URL address that's custom to your Lokinet exit node URL for convenience, so that it's easier to type and more convenient. So now let's test if this exit node is working correctly. So I'm going to go back to my browser here, and I'm going to check my IP address at whatismyipaddress.com, and I'm going to hit enter, so it refreshes the page. And as you can see, my IP address that's masked using the Lokinet exit node VPN mode is IPv4 address 103.125.217.167. And this is the actual IP address of my virtual private server, VPS, which I've got hosted on Kamatera, and it's located in Singapore. This is not my actual IP address, which means my Lokinet exit node is working correctly, and we're now able to browse the ClearNet using our VPN. And you can see the wireless symbol on my computer has actually changed to another symbol symbolizing the tunnel called Lokiton or Lokinet Tunnel O. Even though I'm connected to our Lokinet exit node, I'm still connected to the Lokinet network, and therefore should still be able to browse Lokinet sites and ClearNet sites such as this .com site. So if I go back to my other tab here where I've loaded the .lokinet site for private bin and I refresh the site, you can see that despite being connected to an exit node, I'm still able to connect to .lokinet sites, and you can see I'm still connected to VPN mode. And now if you want to disconnect from this exit node, just click on disconnect, and now you won't be using VPN mode and you'll still be able to browse Lokinet sites. And if you want to disconnect from Lokinet, just click the power button and you'll be totally disconnected. So if I refresh this .lokinet site, you can see it no longer works. Okay, so that pretty much concludes this video on how to install and use Lokinet client for Windows 11, connect to exit nodes, VPN mode, and .loki sites. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you want to support me on my channel, consider subscribing. I'll see you on the next video.
Why is it so hard to let you go?